Hello, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to do two things. Number one, provide information, and number two, provide inspiration for you in the middle of your week. Hey, I'm going to hop right into it and give you some information stuff because there's quite a few things to go over. The first is that this upcoming Sunday, November 14th, we are having a newcomers luncheon. If you've been attending for a while or you haven't, or you've recently started attending here and you're receiving these weekly videos, please feel free to join us at this luncheon. It's free. We'll have a great time. You get to meet the staff, you get to meet the elders, you get to ask some questions, and you get to enjoy a free meal with us. We'd love to have you join us. It is right after the worship service here in the garden room, which is right across the lobby from the sanctuary. So that's the first thing that I need to invite you to. The second thing is this: I want to invite you to join us this Sunday night at 6 p.m. in the sanctuary for a showing of the Nativity Story. So it's a family-friendly movie. It's a great way for all of us to get geared up for what lies ahead right around the corner, which is not only Streets of Bethlehem, but Jesus Christ coming. And so we're hoping that you'll join us for this, enjoy this great movie, and help us understand the significance of Jesus Christ coming into this world to live among us. And the third item is this: on November 20th, the men's ministry is providing a breakfast for those who are serving as volunteers with Streets of Bethlehem. And so please join us for that. I've been to these breakfasts before, and trust me, there's plenty of food there. We hope you'll enjoy it, and we hope that you will join us for that. So that's Saturday, November 20th, here in the garden room. And we'll have a wonderful time sharing with one another and having a great meal with one another and understanding a little bit better what the significance of this particular event, Streets of Bethlehem, that this church does for the past 30 years. So we look forward to having that. I think the time is at 8 a.m. I'm not quite sure on that, but we will find out and let you know that for sure. So that's the informational portion. This is the inspirational portion. At least I hope it'll be somewhat inspirational. You'll notice that I'm in the copy room at the church right now. And there's a reason why I'm here. As I continue walking through various passages in the Bible, and specifically Paul's letters in the New Testament, one of the things that I'm noticing is how often he talks about the importance of being an example. And what hit me was that being an example is simply copying the life of someone else or providing the opportunity for somebody to copy your life. Wouldn't it be easy? Wouldn't it be great if, just like this copier here, we can simply insert ourselves into this copy machine and press a button, and then boom, we have all these different copies of what it means to follow after Jesus Christ. But yet the reality is that all of us struggle to be those examples. We all struggle to live a life at times that is worthy of being copied. But yet Christ, think about this. Christ said, hey, I mean, he might not have said hey, but he trusted the future work of what he wanted to do in this world to people just like you and me. We get to follow him, and as we follow him, we get to follow his example, and as we follow that example, other people will then follow that example of Christ that they see in us. We come to this passage in Ephesians chapter 5, and listen to what Paul says here. He says in verse 1, "Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children, and walk in the way of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God." Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children. I want to remind you right now that you get to live out this example of Christ. We get to live that out. We live that out because we're dearly loved children. Yes, it'd be so great if we could simply hit a button and say, boom, 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 here are copies of my life. But the reality is this: it's a daily, ongoing experience. My prayer for all of us is that we will live lives that can be copied, not so that we can get glory, but so that the one who's doing the work in us can receive glory and people can understand better what it means to follow after Jesus Christ. May our lives be copy worthy in these coming days. I love you. I hope you never forget that you're a dearly loved child of God, and we get to follow his example. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Love you. Praying for you. We'll talk to you later.